All right, a quick look at our vitabot nutrition program. So it's basically an online food journal. When you first log in, this is the screen that you're going to log in and see. And the main place I want you to focus on first is just create a meal plan. So you're going to click on the little plate there, and it's going to take you to a specific day. So here's all the grades for the day. They're bad right now because you haven't eaten anything yet. And so once you eat something, you have a chance to improve them. And if you're eating really well, you're going to see great grades over there. Another thing I want you to be aware of is your goal calories. So this is the range you're trying to shoot for. You're trying to finish your day having only consumed that many calories. At that high end, that should be 1 pound per week. At the lower end, you're going to be closer to 2 pounds per week. So eating inside that range is going to get you 1 to 2 pounds per week. If you're not losing 1 to 2 pounds per week, we know that you're probably not eating inside that range, and there's some foods that maybe we need to measure better or that we forgot. So to start with the meal plan, go to start here, and we just type in a food. So let's just have breakfast. Let's have eggs, and we'll go in here. There's some options for eggs. We'll just say we have a fried egg there, and we usually recommend people measuring grams. So I'm going to come down here to gram. It says 1 gram each there, and I'm going to say, let's say 70 grams of egg for breakfast. I'm going to select breakfast, and I'm going to add it to meal plan. So there it is. There's egg in there. And let's say also, go back and start here, I'll add an orange. So let's search for an orange, a raw orange, yes, not orange juice because there's extra calories in that, so we won't bother with that. Then we'll go back down to gram, and so I actually weigh my orange. So let's say it was 150 grams worth of orange. That's a good amount of orange. And for breakfast. So now I have those two things. You see a little bit of things starting to change a little bit. So we've got some things. You can see the macronutrients there. So as you go through the day, you're going to keep adding those foods in, measuring them on your food scale, and figure out what your day actually looks like. How many calories are you? Are you even inside of that? Are you way outside of that? And your grades are going to teach you a lot of lessons as well. So if I skip over to this day here, we can see this is a day that's pretty full, and the grades are still missing a little bit. So let's say you've completed a day, and this is what your day is. This is actually a pretty good day, so it's a 2.8 GPA. What we can do from here is we can go to these different minerals there. We could take a look at potassium. If we click on potassium, it's going to take us to the screen that has just all your potassium score on there. And it's going to list all the foods you had that day based on how much potassium they have in them. So mixed greens had a lot. And so if I had more of mixed greens or more of some of these other things, maybe these top 3 or 4 things, maybe I would have a better potassium level as well. And another way you can learn from that is by going to find a meal plan. If I go to find a meal plan there, and you can narrow things down by the minus sign means you don't want to have that food in there. So if I don't want to have wheat germ, I click on that. It says does not include wheat germ. And it will give me all these meal plans. If I click on the food, it says I would like to have it in there. So I'd say I'd like to have spinach in my diet. I just love spinach. So now it's going to have, it must have spinach, must not include wheat germ, and I just choose the first one. I don't randomly choose it there. And then we'll just add it into Saturday over here. So look at that. Wow, 4.0 GPA. That is quite doable, quite possible. So if you ate exactly that, that's the kind of grades you would get. So you go, okay, well, their potassium grade is great. What did they do? Okay, the spinach did a lot, carrots, avocado, banana. You get some ideas, and you can apply those into your regular meal plan. So you could choose to eat exactly according to the perfect, find a meal plan area. But I like to use it even as a resource just to improve the grades you currently are doing. So get in there, start here. Start logging food and find out what's actually happening right now, and then you can improve from there. And when you print out and hand those in, we can give you even more advice to help you get some credible results and the results that our top clients get.